What if I told you that it's possible to develop real-life superpowers? Would you believe me? What if, deep down, inside of every person, there is a sleeping giant of unimaginable potential? You see the superheroes in movies like Iron Man, the Avengers, and Captain America, and it's cool to fantasize about these characters and imagine what life would be like if you had some sort of superpower. But what if you already have something similar? The hidden abilities within you, once unlocked, won't allow you to stop bullets with your finger, and you won't be able to fly off into the night like Superman. But you will be able to gain an unfair advantage over 99% of the people on this planet. The truth is that within every person, there's a sleeping giant, and once you understand how to use it, you will, quite literally, develop your own unique set of superpowers. Right now, you have the most complex piece of biological machinery known to man tucked away inside of your head. Hidden within your brain is the subconscious mind, and everything that you've ever known or ever will know is stored inside of it. Every skill, memory, belief, and experience is stored within your subconscious. Your conscious mind is nothing more than a filter. It's like a net, catching all of the junk and the things that aren't important before they reach your subconscious mind. 99% of the things that you do on a daily basis are controlled by your subconscious mind. We like to think that we're in control, but most of what we do is really the result of what has been programmed into our subconscious mind. The way that we see ourselves, the way that we see others, the beliefs that we hold, and the fabric of who we are as a person is directly linked to the contents of our subconscious. With an understanding of the subconscious mind and how to program it, you can take full control over the most complex object known to man and develop what most other people will see as superpowers. Most people don't even know that the subconscious mind exists, let alone how to control it or how to use it to improve their life, which already puts you ahead of 99% of the population. Think back to a time when you first learned how to ride a bike. The first few minutes and hours on the bike were scary. During this time, your conscious mind was the one in control. Your brain is actually incredibly smart, but as you'll learn later in this video, this is also its greatest weakness. Whenever you learn something new, the conscious mind handles the task, but eventually it passes it off to the subconscious mind, and you no longer have to think about it. This is the process of forming a habit. This is why you're able to watch TV while brushing your teeth, and why you can have conversations while driving. Your conscious mind thinks logically, but your subconscious mind is much more primitive. It's like an 800-pound silverback gorilla. On the surface, this gorilla might not seem very smart, but if you look at many of the greatest thinkers this world has ever known, you'll find that the most major breakthroughs came from the subconscious mind. In fact, when asked how they did it, most geniuses said the ideas just came to them. That's the subconscious mind at work. Every emotion that you experience actually comes from your subconscious mind. It also controls your breathing and other functions within your body that you never really think about on a daily basis. Every second of every day, you're programming your subconscious mind without even realizing it. Each time you get angry while in traffic, you're teaching your subconscious how it should make you act the next time you're in traffic. Every time you see an attractive girl walking down the street and avoid eye contact, you are once again programming your subconscious mind. Every flaw within your personality is a learned behavior. Feelings of jealousy, anger, and even happiness are all things that you've programmed into yourself over time. And this is good news because it means that they are things that can be unlearned, but only if you know how to unlock the sleeping giant. Within your subconscious, there's an enormous amount of untapped power. The reason why most people fail to tap into this power is simply because they don't understand how it works. The first step to unlocking this enormous potential is understanding the laws that govern the subconscious. With knowledge and understanding of these laws, you'll be able to convince anyone by bypassing their subconscious mind and slipping information directly into their subconscious. You'll become a master of persuasion. Being able to exert powerful influence over others is an incredible skill to have by itself, but the superpowers that you will unlock with your own subconscious mind are far more valuable. These are the things that will directly affect and improve your own life. The first step to achieving this starts with the laws of the subconscious mind, and once you understand these simple rules, you'll be that much closer to becoming a real-life Marvel character. What most people don't realize is that the subconscious mind is much more powerful than the conscious mind, but it is governed by a set of rules for how it can function. The first thing that you need to understand is that the subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not. This is why many horror movies make us scared, despite the fact that we're not in any real danger. Anything that you imagine in your conscious mind, your subconscious doesn't know if it's real or fake. If you think about some scary situation, which for many of you might be approaching an attractive girl, your heart will begin to beat faster and your pulse will go up. This is a real effect being caused by something that you imagined in your head. This is why people tell you to visualize positive situations playing out in your head. Since your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between real and fake stimulus, simply imagining yourself successfully approaching an attractive girl enough times can trick your subconscious into actually thinking you've already done it. The same is true for solving problems. Imagine your goal is to buy a nice sports car. Asking yourself a specific question enough times is literally calling forth the enormous creative power of your subconscious mind into action to solve the problem for you. Now, the second law of the subconscious mind is that time passes slower when you're using it. We've all heard the saying that time flies when you're having fun, but most people don't know why this is true. When we're bored at work or at school, we watch the clock, and it almost seems like time slows down and everything takes even longer. This is actually true. When you focus on time, you're using your conscious mind, and it literally makes time feel as if it's passing slower. The subconscious mind isn't good at sensing time. So when you're having fun and not focusing on the passage of time, the time really does go faster. When you go to sleep and wake up, it feels as if no time has passed because your conscious mind was completely asleep. The third law of the subconscious mind involves beliefs. Everything you do in life is the result of a belief. You go to work every day because you have a belief that you'll be paid for your work. You eat food and drink water because you have a belief that you'll pass away if you don't do these things. If you have trouble interacting with girls, it is because you have a belief stored within your subconscious mind that says you aren't good at interacting with girls. The third law says that any belief you have will become harder to change the longer that it's stored within your subconscious. Imagine you hold the belief that you can only make $20,000 per year. Anyone who has made $100,000 per year or more knows that this belief is false. But since it's your belief and not mine, you're the only one who can change it. The longer that you hold this belief, the harder it will be to change it. Most of the beliefs that we have are formed during our childhood, and if left unchanged, they grow stronger and stay with us for the rest of our life. A kid who is told that he is skinny and weak at school is likely to hold on to this belief forever, unless he decides to change it. Beliefs are like seeds planted in your subconscious. The longer you let them sit, the longer they have to grow roots and spread. If you replace a negative belief with a good one shortly after it has been planted, it is much easier to replace than one you've held for years or even decades. The fourth law of the subconscious mind is that every thought causes a physical reaction. Once you realize that every thought has a direct and physical effect on your body, you'll realize the power of imagining positive thoughts over negative ones. The fifth law that governs the subconscious mind involves expectations, and it states that everything you expect, you will get. If you expect to fail a test, then you're unknowingly unleashing the 800-pound gorilla to help you do just that. If you expect to pass the test, then your subconscious mind will do everything in its power to make sure that your expectations are fulfilled. Remember, the subconscious doesn't differentiate between positive or negative, or good or bad expectations. It doesn't know that failing certain tests will cost you loads of wasted time and money. All that it knows is what you give it. If you just broke up with someone, and deep down you expect the relationship to fail, then your subconscious mind will unleash its unimaginable power to make your expectations a reality. The sixth law of the subconscious mind is that it's always listening, always watching, always observing. Your subconscious mind has no off switch. If it did, your bodily functions would stop and you would pass away. Your subconscious mind is like a camera It's always recording. More importantly, it's always looking for proof to confirm its beliefs. If you hold the belief that you're not good looking, your subconscious is constantly observing your interactions with other people and looking for evidence to strengthen this belief. Imagine you watch one of my other videos about subconscious signals and learn how to read the signals of attraction from girls. Once you're tuned into this frequency, you begin to see things differently, and you notice that attractive girls are constantly giving you signals that they think you're good looking. Your subconscious is always watching, always observing, and when it sees these signals passed to it by your conscious mind, it begins to question the belief that you're not good looking. If this happens repeatedly, over time, your subconscious mind will eliminate the belief that you're not good looking and replace it with the belief that you're an attractive guy or girl. The seventh law of the subconscious mind states that whenever in a battle with your conscious mind, the subconscious will always win. The subconscious is the 800-pound gorilla, and the conscious mind is like a little spider monkey. This is why you can consciously try to convince yourself that you're not scared of a presentation. But until your subconscious has gathered enough evidence to question this belief, it will always win over the conscious mind, and you'll feel the physical effects of the belief, such as fear. The eighth law of the subconscious mind states that any idea, once planted, will stay in place until it's challenged or replaced. So many people go through their entire life with the belief that they can't do better. They believe that they can't make more than $20,000 per year. They believe that they'll never find a really attractive girl who also plays their favorite computer games. According to the eighth law, if you never challenge a belief, it will stay with you and grow stronger over time. A mature belief is like a tree. Eventually, it will grow seeds or new beliefs, good or bad. It's like a blackberry bush in your backyard that grows out of control, for better or for worse. The ninth law of the subconscious also happens to be an instant cure for insomnia, and it states that the more your conscious mind is used during any given moment, the more your subconscious will fade into the background. Imagine you have to get up early for work, but you stayed up late to watch this video. Most people will focus hard and consciously try to make themselves fall asleep. To instantly cure insomnia, stop consciously focusing on falling asleep and do something that engages your subconscious mind. For me, this is as simple as turning on an episode of a TV show that I've seen 100 times or don't really care about, and just staring at the screen in a relaxed way. Some people like to read a boring book. Once your subconscious mind takes over, you'll get super tired and you'll drift off to sleep. The 10th law that governs the mighty subconscious mind states that the subconscious can be effectively programmed with suggestions. In the popular movie called Get Out that was recently in theaters, the main character is sitting in a chair when a lady begins to stir a little cup of tea in a very specific rhythmic pattern. This is the foundation of how hypnosis works. It is believed that the pattern of the pendulum swinging, or in the case of Get Out, stirring a little glass teacup, effectively distracts the conscious mind and allows someone to send suggestions directly into the subconscious mind. Imagine your conscious mind is like a bunch of security guards standing outside of your house. You, or the guy inside the house, is your subconscious mind. To send suggestions directly to the person in the house, or the guy inside of your head who's really calling all of the shots, all that someone needs to do is distract the security guards, who are basically the conscious mind. The 10th law serves as the foundation for how you can persuade or convince anyone of almost anything. All that you have to do is distract the conscious mind long enough to whisper your ideas into the ear of the subconscious. But let's save this for a future video. These are the 10 laws that govern the subconscious mind, and with an understanding of how they work, you're one step closer to unlocking the sleeping giant within you and developing real-life superpowers. With that said, stay tuned for the next part to this series, and until next time, thanks for watching.